Hello everybody, I'm Tom and you are watching me play Dark Souls Remastered. I'm gonna start this episode with a disclaimer. The disclaimer is, the time between the last episode I played of this and this episode of this has been about a month. And in that month, Sekiro came out, and I've played like, I don't know, 40 hours of it? So as it stands, it's very likely that I'm gonna be doing this all the time to try and deflect things. So, that could be a problem. I think last time we spoke to Elizabeth, we exhausted that dialogue. So let's head out to the DLC. Yeah, so if there's particularly bad plays, it's coming from the fact that I have Sekiro on the brain. Now, if you're paying particularly close attention here, you will notice that this place looks vaguely familiar. It's kind of hard to notice, but this is actually the Darkroot Garden. This bridge here leads to Sif's graveyard. Or I should say, Artorias' graveyard, which is this way here. There's these guys here. Weird little garden men. The royal wood. Oh yeah, stamina's a thing in this game. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Whoop. Button inputs, they're hard. So this here is the Darkroot Garden. It's not as noticeably the Darkroot Garden, simply because everything, well, for starters it's daytime. Darkroot Garden is usually dark. I will explore everything in here, just for completionist's sake, but in all honesty, I usually just run through this place. You can see there's a big man with a big hammer, as well as a little guy with a pitchfork. There's an item over there, maybe? It could just be a flower. I think the biggest problem with this place is I have no idea where anything is, because I never explore it. These guys, by the way, are presumably, it's hard to tell specifically. Ooh, X to pillage. It's hard to tell specifically, but I'm pretty sure, and it's heavily implied, that these guys are the tree guys that we see in the future. Because we are in the past at the moment, as was elucidated by Dusk when she was talking about she's from a time long ago. But these guys are what the tree guys eventually become. Or I should say these guys eventually become the tree guys. You don't reckon that's half a trap, do you? The enemy that runs away from you, unlike every enemy in this game. And it is indeed a trap, by the way. Because you see, he runs over there to where that big man is. Honestly, there may be nothing in this area. Oh, there's an item over there. Heal, please. They're still fairly easy to parry. I potentially should have actually, like, gone human and actually activated that bonfire so as to get myself... Hey, see, look at these guys. Look at these assholes. I may even use my sword here just for the extra range. Pretty sure I was blocking there, but okay. God damn it. Roll away. There we go. Once again there, I tapped R1 to parry. There we go. I am so very used to deflecting. You know, this episode we're going to be fighting Artorias. That's just going to happen. Which makes me worried. Because clearly I'm not ready to. It seems quite clear to me right now that I am not ready to fight Artorias. Alright. Case in point. Once again, I hit R1 to deflect that. I don't even think you can parry that, in all honesty. Let's see. I think what I will do... I may get invaded here doing this, but... whatever. I'm gonna actually... Sure, Twin Humanity will do. I'm gonna actually kindle this bonfire. Maybe not worth it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because honestly, you don't come back to this bonfire that often, but... I'm so out of practice. Like, I'm sure I'll get back into the swing of things. It'll just take a bit for my fingers to remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Also, I kind of forgot that I was bright blue. Smurf Man, to the rescue. Let's go. I'm not gonna cut that run back out, because honestly it's not an amazing run back, but what I will do is this time I'm not gonna fight anything, I'm just gonna run, which, I mean, I'll be honest, could very well get me killed. But I want to grab that item and then just run across the bridge, because there is a bridge further up there, which is what's worth going to. Cheat. Now I think about it, that's something I haven't really tried in Sekiro. Is just save quitting. To reset enemies. That's fine. Give me this. Sweet. I want all of them to follow me up this way, then I'll just roll down here. They didn't all follow me, goddammit. Alright. So this guy here will probably one-shot me. Unless I don't get hit. Oh, shit. Pick up. Guardian Leggings. Well, that wasn't worth it. A piece of armor I'm likely never going to wear. It is those guys' leggings, though, which is nice. So I can get some lore off that, if nothing else. Let's have a look at those. That's the wrong... There we are. Leggings of the Stone Knight Guardians of the Forest Sanctuary. The Stone Knights are golems animated by magic, and their enchanted leggings are oppressively heavy. Made of stone, presumably. I have to really think about how do I use items. Like, really think about it. I'm hoping my muscle memory will kick back in sooner or later. I'm sure it will. But now I've got that item I really don't care about. Going and getting those 3,000 souls back. It's really not worth it. What I will do is show you the normal way that I go through this place. Once again, I could kill these guys, but... saving and quit works. The one problem saving and quit does is it actually drops me a few frames, which unsyncs my audio slightly. Granted, I can fix it in post very, very easily just by changing some file formats and stuff, but MP4s don't like having mismatched Mismatched frame rates. But if you run up this way, you can actually avoid all of the enemies in this area. Those two that see you when you cross the bridge are the only two that see you, and then you can just go this way. And honestly, it is the way I pretty much always go. I don't think there's any more items in this place. There's one around here. I take it back, there isn't. Treasure? Yeah. Treasure is over there, not over here. But this here is a shortcut for later, so after we unlock this shortcut, there will be an elevator that we can take straight down to where we need to go, which is quite nice. Item here. God damn it. Guardian gauntlets. I believe they have the same lore. I will... Whoops. I will check. Yeah, same lore. But you will find the Guardian set, like the entirety of the Guardian set in this area. Now this is a really, really cool section. Hang on. Oh, there's a bridge. I think there's a bridge here somewhere. That there is Calamite. The Great Black Dragon. Future boss. Entirely optional boss, actually, but generally I suggest fighting him because the reward is really cool, if nothing else. Oh shit, kill it, please. There we go. Doing that fell me off the edge, which is kind of irritating, but, you know, I got the crystal lizard. Now these guys here, these guys are great. They don't have pitchforks, they have little snippy snips. Which you can still parry somehow. I don't know how you parry that, but you do. Great. Now... Yeah, fuck it. I'll go for the items. This jump here, which you do have to actually jump because there's a hole there. This is the only way back up there, and it's a pain in the dick. I'll show you how to do it, is you just run at this area and then you jump. And get you up there pretty easily. But it's still... It's a bad jump. Let me kill this guy. That was a partial parry, but I got the actual parry off, so... I believe there's a big stone man up here, but he often falls off, so... He may have fallen off. You can see down there. That is the Basin. The Darkroot Basin in the future. Interesting. I don't have the binoculars. I think what that orange thing is down there, just above my head right now, I believe that's an enemy that fell off, and that's their drop. You can also see that there's an item over there. I think it's another Guardian set piece. I could be wrong. I think it's a Stone Guardian piece. Is this going to say what I think it does? Beware of jumping. Yeah, indeed. That's a very helpful tip, because that sucks. So you do have to jump to get this. Once again, it's not a particularly difficult jump, but they've designed the level in such a way that it's... They've designed a level in such a way that it's very hard to see coming up from that other direction. It's very good level design. Well, I mean, it's very trolley level design, but it's good in the sense that it's designed to do what it's designed to do, but the problem being it's just designed to troll, but... Do they die in a backstab? They do, good. See there, they drop the same drops as... I believe there's a mushroom around here. Yep, Elizabeth mushroom. They drop the same things as the trees, and they are made out of wood if you actually look at them. And they kind of have like trees for heads. They're just like trimmed back. I guess I'll run up and get that other item. That's all the way over there. I don't really want to because it means going next to this guy, but whatever. I mean, I could kill this guy. That's something I could do. I did hear you. The one downside to, actually, I may not have to kill him at all. Maybe he won't see me. 8 Goth's Great Arrows. That is actually not a bad prize, in all honesty. You know, I very rarely come check this place. Guardian Armor. And look at that, didn't even have to fight this guy. Because he's dumb. Huh. I very rarely come and loot all this stuff, because it's very rare that I need any of this stuff. But I think if I come... Yeah. Yeah, this is where I want to go, down here. That just there is where we killed the crystal lizard, where we first came in. I'm going to head up this way to the right. I usually run past all this stuff, so it's... Whoops. That was... that was tricky. I usually run past all this stuff, but... I may as well kill everything and loot it all. I can kind of just punch them, actually. Because a lot of their attacks are very, very slow. Large Soul of a Proud Knight. The other annoying thing about this area is you see those, that over there isn't a drop, it's a flower, but they glow like drops. The idea being, I think, specifically is to draw you to areas where you can get attacked. This crystal lizard debates you into a hellhole. I'm not gonna be debated. I'm actually gonna run this way. Grab this. Large Soul of a Proud Knight. And I'm not gonna deal with any of these dickheads. There is one more item over there, I'm pretty sure, but... not worth it. I think it's the final part of the Guardian set, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. And this takes us to the Artorias fight. Brave warrior right there. There's an NPC around here, but more importantly... I say around here, over this bridge. But more importantly over here... I'll talk to you later, buddy. Is this. Which is the shortcut that I was talking about earlier. That takes you to this area right here. So the bonfire is like just there. So you can do a straight run right to here. Go down this elevator. Which is a lot nicer than running the whole way around the other way. I'll send the elevator back up, because I foresee myself dying to Artorias. Hey, buddy.
Let me guess. Snatched by a shadowy limb and dragged off to the past? Yes, of course. Exactly what happened to me. We are both strangers in this strange land. But at least now there are 2 of us.
So he sells some interesting stuff. Nothing amazing from memory. I mean, if you need moss or green blossoms, I guess that's a thing. And he has just standard arrows.
Did you happen across Knight Artorias?
Not yet.
The legendary Abysswalker from the old tales. Well, if you haven't, it's just as well. He's a colorless sort, if you ask me. So, what did that giant mushroom make you do? Not that I care. It's none of my business. Oh, you know me. What do I...
I don't know you, really.
Oh, you...
Alrighty then.
So long.
He never actually even introduces himself. He's just from the future. Like us. And He was dragged in here by the shadowy black hand. I don't believe I've actually spoiled what the shadowy black hand is, so I'm not going to yet. I kind of spoiled that this is Artorias. Need Charmer. Grief ahead, 176 upvotes. Yeah. Yeah, he's tricky for newer players. In fact, I think I'm going to punch him. I'll be honest, he's tricky for me, too. I got pretty good at fighting him at one point, but with my Sekiro fingers, I doubt it. I doubt it. You have to roll away from that one. I want range. I've decided. He did the triple. I got greedy there. I knew that he can do 3 flips. He usually does 2. I accidentally attacked after the second one, which screwed me for the last one. But from now on, it's going to be death montage, so that ought to be fun. I can tell this will take me a while with my current Sekiro fingers. Alright, I'll cut here and it'll just be death montage. Actually, no, I'll show the run back, and then from there it'll be death montage. As you can see, pretty easy run back. We then hit this thing here. And just take it straight back down to Artorias. It's a very forgiving boss run back, which I like because it's a step up in difficulty from a lot of things you've played thus far. Anyway, from this point it'll just be a death montage. Unless I do it this time, in which case the video will just continue. So you'll get spoilers on whether or not I'll do it in this in the second run. Fuck you. God damn it. That's a buff, by the way. When he, like, pulls in all that energy, you have to hit him to get him out of that buff. Otherwise he does one-shot damage, essentially. And it will stack over and over again every time he does it. I think I would have been better off punching him in that case, even. But we'll see. Well, that was just bad. That was like immediate death. Yeah, that one-shots me. Yeah, that was a one-shot. I healed the full there. It was a bad time to heal, granted, but... You know what, I think I may actually go armor on this fight, because I'm using a sword anyway, rather than my punches. I hit the B button. I need another controller. I think I need another controller, because that B button didn't register whatsoever, which is interesting. I'm not going to get there in time. Just take the extra damage. Well, don't actually take the damage. Well, this controller does seem more responsive, which is nice. I think I just need new ones in general, though, because this one's not great either. They're very old controllers. Shit. I managed to stop the buff, but it was probably too costly. I ended up taking damage. I think 2 hits stops the buff by the look of it. I don't need to go for the third. There we go. That was better. Soul of Artorias. Took me a while to get there. I was getting like chip damage on some of those attacks because I was just dodging them really poorly. Which is a shame. I'm going to run out here because I know there's a bonfire right here. Alright. So I think I got all of those fights bar one because my recording actually stopped halfway through because I ran out of room on my hard drive. I did notice on my second monitor, but I'm not sure I noticed early enough, so I don't know how many of those were missing. I think there was only one fight because it cut out and I noticed halfway through a fight, and I'm pretty sure I noticed just as it happened because something flashed on my other screen. So I think there's one death missing out of that death montage. Other than that, it was all the fights I did against him. Right, we have 50,000 souls, so I'm going to level up once, apparently. Get a 20 vitality. I mean, sure. I need, what, like a couple of thousand? I'll use a soul item, just get up to the next level. Never mind those terrifying sounds. Nameless Soldier. I think 2 Nameless Soldiers is 2,000. No, it's 1,600. Although I think... Let's just go Proud Knight, because 1 Proud Knight is 1,000, so that will take me up to what I need, I think. 2,000. I take it back. Alright, so we can get another level. I guess... I do want Strength and Dex both at 40. Vitality is now at 20, Endurance 25. I kind of want more Endurance. But I think what we do first is we get Dex up to 40. Alright. So that's probably going to be it for this episode. The only one thing I am going to do is come back here, because there is a new NPC here. Well, there's actually 2 NPCs here, but there's one specifically. Oh, she isn't here yet. Did I not... I sat at the bonfire. I thought that's all I needed. You know what I can do, actually, is I'll just save and quit. That'll work just as well. Very interesting character lore-wise, both related to Artorias and more generally, is the Great Knight Kieran.
You? Is that not the soul of the man who fell on this spot? He was a dear friend. I wish to pay proper respect with that soul. Would you be willing to part with it?
Yes.
Thank you. You are very kind. Please take this. I no longer need it.
Gives you the Dark Silver Tracer and the Gold Tracer.
May the Lord guide thee.
The Lord being Gwyn in this instance.
May the Lord guide thee.
This here is the Great Knight Kieran, one of the 4 knights. She is the Hornet, Artorias the Wolf, Kieran the Hornet, Goff the Hawk, and... there's probably another one in there somewhere. Hornet Ring. I thought there were 4 Great Knights of Gwyn, but I can't remember the other one. Am I dumb? Kieran, Goff, Artorias, and another one? Oh, Ornstein, obviously. Ornstein, the Dragon Slayer, he is the Lion. So I've now met 3 of the 4. This is Kieran the Hornet. She was presumably the love of Artorias' life by the look of it. And she seems to know that we killed him as well. The fact that we have his soul is somewhat indicative of that, and she doesn't seem particularly worried, because clearly he had gone insane by the fact that he was attacking us in the first place even. It's also worth noting in that fight, I didn't point it out at the time, but he was fighting us with one arm. One arm was broken and he was still wrecking the fuck out of me, so there's that. He usually fights with that massive sword plus a great shield, but his shield arm was broken. But Kieran is paying homage to what I assume is her lover. I believe they were lovers. It's hard to tell specifically. Maybe it's just a friend. But the way that she's paying homage to it seems to me that it's... seems to me that it is indeed a relationship of lover and rather than friend. But this here, the Gold Tracer, curved sword used by the Lord's Blade Kieran, one of Lord Gwyn's 4 knights. Kieran or Kiaran? I guess Kiaran is probably how it's pronounced. It's never actually said anywhere specifically. It's just written. But Kiaran brandishes her sword in a mesmerizing dance, etching the blackness with dire streaks of gold. And if we find the other one, which was the Dark Silver Tracer... clearly above... there it is. It's at the top. A Dark Silver dagger used by Lord's Blade Kieran of Gwyn's 4 knights. The victim is first distracted by dazzling streaks of the Gold Tracer, then stung by the vicious poison of this dagger. And indeed, if we look at this dagger here... interesting, it doesn't actually say that there's a poison effect on it, but there is a poison effect on it. If you combo it. I was going to end, but I'm actually going to go up here, just for completionist's sake. Actually, no, I can't come up here yet, I don't have the key. I take it back, we'll do that later. But up there is another character that is interesting to know. Oh, interesting, they've put a fog gate here. Purple Coward's Crystal, that is a new item. On their play item, quit a battle of stoicism. Session ends if host leaves. Victory in this battle once led to ancient Anolondo, but even in the absence of its overseer, capitulation is a disgrace. In the name of a warrior's honor, do not quickly resort to use of this crystal. Interesting. So you can dip out of like one of the... This is the PvP area, by the way, the Battle of Stoicism gazebo. You can do duels here, so you can just sit down and say, I want to fight, and they'll take you to an arena where you can fight. I've done a bit of this in this game. I sped ran up to this point, and I did like a Kieran cosplay. But, which means I murdered Kieran, by the way. If you want her armor, the best way to do it is to, you give her the soul, which she gives you her weapons, and then you murder her, and you'll get her armor. It's quite mean. She's a perfectly nice character. In fact, one of the nice characters in the game. She does nothing to you, but if you want that armor, gotta be evil. But this here is, essentially dueling. And apparently that item will get you out of a duel, but in doing so, you're branded a coward, which is kind of funny. Alright, so next time we're going to continue checking out Ulasil Township. Sneak peek at the weird creatures in this place, corrupted by humanity. Or the dark, as it were. Anyway, thanks for watching, I shall see you next time. That fight took me a lot longer than I expected it to. I think it's because I still have Sekiro fingers. And now that I've played this for like an hour, I'm probably going to go back and have Dark Souls fingers when I'm playing Sekiro, so... That could end up being a problem. Anyway, thanks for watching, I shall see you next time. Bye.